Got him. Yeah, definitely the fish right there. There it is, there it is, there it is. Here he comes, here he comes. He's a little bitty one. He's a skiing. He's a skiing. Look how little he is.
Can I hold him?
Look at that little guy right there. He's a little bass.
Hey, Bess, thank you. It's okay, Papa. Hold him.
Take him over on the thing and throw him out in. So walk down that thing and then pitch him in. Be careful though. Good job. You swim off?
Yeah.
There he goes. I see him. All right. Here we go. Little activity over here. No swimming. Beware of the alligators. All right. Let's see what we got going on over here. So this is my first time throwing this this rig right here. Re-up to my Bassmaster membership. They sent me this guy right here. This is my first time using this. Oh, I didn't even have this thing in there properly. I couldn't tell just a second if I went over the top of something or went through some grass. It almost felt like my line moved, but it did not. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a ginormous gator laying halfway on the bank and halfway in the water. He's a good 6 or 7 feet for the most part. Now I'm not saying every single one of them, but for the most part, they don't want anything to do with humans. That's not going to always be the case. But a lot of the times that's the case. Okay, back over here. I just have a feeling about this pond today. Usually the water's so muddy over here that you can't even see down inside of it. So the water's a lot clearer than it's been. I got a black and blue, I don't even know what this thing's called. Kind of close to the reeds, in the reeds, up against the reeds, or there's something biting right there. Oh, yeah. All right, man, he hit it 2 or 3 times. I'm fishing between, the Bassmaster Classic is happening right now. And those boys are driving to the weigh-in, so I decided to come out and fish. Some guy that I'd never heard of before, I don't know his name, Eager Gill or something like. Oh, there's a fish right in there busting around. He's leading it, probably gonna win it. Here he goes, something right there. Here he is. Oh, he's a little one. He's a little bitty one. Boy, he's pulling though. Shoot, son, you're acting like you're 10 pounds. Look at you. Boy, you sure are a pretty bass though. Get back on in there. You got a little something on you right here. I don't know what that is. Looks like, oh, it looks like something bit you on both sides. All right, get in there. Go tell your bigger buddies what a fun ride that was. All right, that's the first fish on this little deal right here. If I was correct earlier, he was probably 3 or 4 feet from the edge, but he was definitely close to the reeds. So he could have either come out or they could be kind of swimming back and forth on those reeds. I just had a good feeling that there's going to be some on these reeds. and he looked healthy, but I was kind of letting it sit still, so maybe it's one of a really slow presentation that they want. All right, let's see. Let's get another one. I'll tell you one of the things that's interesting to me is I'm using this Powell rod. I'm new to the Powell rods. I got a buddy that's all he fishes with, and he swears by them. So I started using them, and they are flat sensitive. I mean, just moving the baits around, you can absolutely feel, like right there, I'm going over what feels like probably a stick down in there, or a root system like this little thing right down here, like that little root hanging out, probably something like that. But that little fella right there, that little bass that took a bite, I mean, I felt him. Ding, 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 ding. And I just went ahead and let him take it. I waited till the line moved a little bit. When it moved, I just set the hook. But when I set the hook, he didn't feel like he was big. But once he started pulling, that's the interesting thing to me about these Florida strain bass is even the small ones pull like, here's what I think. Whatever it is, if it's almost a pound, if it's a half a pound, it pulls like it's a pound. If it's a pound or two, it pulls like it's about 3.5, right under 4. If it's a 4-pound bass, it pulls like a Tennessee 6-pound bass. They almost fight with the fury of a smallmouth bass. Now, smallmouth is wild when it fights, but largemouth, he has a little burst of speed. I feel like it's feeding time. Oh, here we go. There's one. There's one. Oh, he's a little one again. Son. He's a little bit bigger, but oh, how are you, sir? Little bitty one, little pond bass. Is that the same one? No, but he's got marks on him too, like something's got him in the past. Get on in there. This is what I'm catching him on now, this little worm. Boy, he just about bit it in half. Or that's where my hook was at. That's definitely not gonna last. Boy, that ate up that worm. I might try to throw it one more time just to see if I can salvage it. Switching sides again. Throw this worm over into here. See if we can get a little activity. So for half a second he felt big. Now he doesn't feel big.
Yes. Don't fire it, because it's on fire mode. Don't fire, no. Okay. Oh, it's right there. You got him.
Stand back, please. All right. Ooh. Boy, he got bit by something too. There's something.
Where?
I mean, look right there. Something bit him right there.
Oh!
All right. Thanks for playing. That's all that was left out of that. The tail. That was a brand new worm I put on. So, again, I was completely accurate on the presentation is, look at that, it bent it. The presentation is just let it sit. Almost dead sticking it. Here goes. We got one. That's a small one. It's a little bitty one. Oh my gosh, it's baby. As soon as I set that, I mean, it doesn't even feel like I have anything on it at the moment. Look how little this guy is. Oh my gosh. He's little. Today is the day of little bass. Hold on. Look at this guy. Hold on. There's my hand. Little bitty. Kai, you see that one?
Huh? Oh my gosh, can I hold it? I want to hold it. I want to hold it. Oh my gosh!
He probably felt like his lips got jerked in the next week. That bass will probably never in his life eat another one of these. He is jumping around. Eat another one of these worms right here, ever. I think the good news is they're biting. And I was right. Even if they're small, I gotta move slow. I gotta slow way down. Something's on there. Oh, I didn't even feel him bite. Look at a fatty. I mean, that was the softest bite I've ever... Jeez. Look at that guy right there. Let's measure him. Okay, that one stabbed me. Battle wound. There's another one that just, I didn't feel him until he took off. It could be the same one for all I know. Oh, he got off. I didn't feel him until he took off. How crazy is that? I mean, they're just closing their mouths on it. I didn't even have a chance to set the hook. All right, something just picked it up, set it down. There it goes. Got him. Ah, it's a small one. It's a little bitty one. Come on, there we go. All right, let's get you back in there. Here we go. That's another small one. Boy, he's little. That's the smallest one so far. Boy, look at you. You are a little bitty bass. Good looking little bass, but you are a little bitty bass. Get back in there. Tell your big friends about us. Okay, last cast with the worm. And then I'm going to throw this spinnerbait. There's not any wind. Sun's going down. I don't know if this is ideal pond fishing, soup bowl pond fishing conditions for a Colorado blade Lucky Strike spinnerbait. That's the Jimmy Houston model. Well, Jimmy Houston and Toby Keith, I would say. I bought this one when Toby Keith was still alive. So it's right here. So this is the, as soon as Toby Keith revitalized Lucky Strike spinnerbaits, this is the Jimmy Houston model that I bought. So I just call it the Jimmy Houston / Toby Keith. We'll see if they got a little bit of, they're pulling like crazy, so it feels like, you know, they got some life to them. So I feel like they might want to chase this, but the way they're biting, kind of just closing their mouth on it, then maybe they don't want to chase this. We'll see though. Throw it a couple times. But that's not it. We're gonna call it a day on that last baby bass. I'm gonna fan cast this whole little pond area over here. A little bit deeper. That was grass, I think. Yeah, that had to have been grass. As soon as I finish fan casting this pond, we're gonna call it a day. But I felt like that was, you know, I don't even know how many bass that was, but a lot more small ones than decent size. And it was what, 2 decent size that I landed, and then 1 got off, which he was very close to the twin of that, you know, 2-pounders. That one was probably 2.5 pounds ish. And that ish could go on either direction, could go in either direction. So a good starting weight if you're weighing in 5 bass for pounds, and then you just try to cull those fish. Shoot, they just fished the Bassmaster Classic, and some of the boys were only weighing in 6 or 8 pounds a day. I might have been in the money. All right, here comes the last cast. I'll do one last cast with this, and then I'm gonna do one last cast with the worm. So this is the last cast on the Jimmy Houston spinnerbait. All right. This bad bugger. Oh, right on the bank. Looks like he slid off the bank into the water. Come on. Oh, there's a bite. There's another bite. There's another bite. Boom. Got him. Got him. Got him. I can't tell. Oh, he's decent. He's 1-pounder. Well, as soon as you get him close to the bank, he fights. Well, he might not be 1 pound. No, he's... Oh. There we go. I was just checking to make sure that wasn't the same fish, but look, he's been attacked by something too right there. All right, let's get you the length on this guy. Put you on my board right here. All right. He was my longest fish. All right, we'll call it a day on that bad boy. Appreciate you guys watching. Got him.